Hey pals, how are you doing? Do you like dinosaurs? I like dinosaurs, so let's talk about dinosaurs because what else would you talk about? I'm Pal, and today we're gonna dive into Bajadasaurus. Bajadasaurus, or more precisely Bajadasaurus, was a species of dinosaur described in 2019 from one individual identified as a dicrayosaurid sauropod from the early Cretaceous, more specifically around 145 to 133 million years ago, from northern Patagonia, Argentina. Dicrayosaurids are, along with diplodocids and rebbachisaurids, included in the superfamily of Diplodocoidae, and together they represent the second biggest group of sauropods with macronarians. Sauropods comprise the biggest animals to ever live, like Mamenchisaurus for example, who was also recently shown to have the longest neck among all sauropods. But dicrayosaurids represented the other end of the spectrum, with more modest sizes and relatively shorter necks animals. Dicrayosaurs were very widespread, found in North America, Africa, Asia, and of course South America, with for example Brachytrachelopan, Amargasaurus, and of course Bajadasaurus. Bajadasaurus is found in the Bajada Colorada Formation. See, I told you, adding "saurus" at the end of every place works. Which was a fluvial environment with braided rivers, often occurring in wide valleys associated with mountainous regions. This locality includes remains of several unidentified species of theropods that are believed to belong to the same family as Abelisaurus and Deinonychus, along with other sauropods such as Ninja Titan, the oldest titanosaur found so far, but, unfortunately, to my greatest despair, not one of the 9 powered titans. As stated earlier, being a dicrayosaurid, Baja was not excessively big, being the height of modern Asian elephants. As most big-sized ornithischians such as ankylosaurids, stegosaurids, or ceratopsians were not present in this time and place, the small size of dicrayosaurids allowed them to occupy their ecological niche as low browsers, leaving the higher foliage to larger contemporaneous species of sauropods. Baja's full name is Bajadasaurus pronuspinax, meaning forward-facing spines, thanks to his badass mohawk. His skull is the most complete Dicrayosaurus skull known so far, with orbits being very open dorsally, which probably allowed Baja to be able to observe its surroundings even facing down when eating. Its jaws had just under 50 teeth, which is a little more than the average 20 to 30 teeth of its diplodocid relative such as Diplodocus, but far from the battery of 500 teeth of Nigersaurus, and even further from the unique 1000+ teeth that some ornithopods displayed. Baja's most prominent feature is, of course, his mohawk, otherwise known as bifurcated, very elongated neural spines, potentially reaching over 1 meter. Elongated neural spines are a key feature of dicrayosaurids, but most taxa have them shorter, such as Dicrayosaurus or Brachytrachelopan. Another close relative, Amargasaurus, was very similar to Bajadasaurus by having a high crest as well. However, Amargasaurus' spines were backwards instead of the forward-facing ones of Baja. So Baja and Ama were basically nemesis. And Ama had most likely a full sail, unlike Baja, but I'm gonna get to that later. Brachytrachelopan also had somewhat well-developed forward-facing neural spines, but they were far from reaching the size we can see in Baja. In addition to being very elongated, Baja's spines were also significantly arched, which provides a better resistance as the load is better distributed along curves than with straighter arrangements, a feature especially beneficial since damage to these spines connected to the neural spine could be very dangerous and life-threatening. Many animal clades, modern or extinct, evolved elongated neural spines independently, such as in temnospondyls, rarisuchians, pelycosaurs, ornithischians, theropods like Spinosaurus, Spinosaurus, or artiodactyls, for different purposes such as camouflage, thermoregulation, fat storage, or sexual display. However, some of these functions are more likely to occur with a sail, and some with no sail or some kind of hump. So did Baja have a sail or bare spines? Well, a little bit of both. The distal part of the spines shows striations and a lack of attachment points for the tendons, suggesting the presence of a keratinous sheath and thus a lack of sail at the top, while the proximal part of the spines were smoother, likely indicating them to be surrounded by soft tissues. So, if you didn't think Bajadasaurus was impressive enough, the keratinous sheath that I just talked about around the spines would make them even bigger. Indeed, thanks to an extremely well-preserved Ankylosaur from Canada discovered only a few years ago, it has been shown that in dinosaurs, the keratin could add an additional length of 25% of the original bone length. Do you want to increase your bone by 25%? Follow these simple steps. All you need is my keratinous sheath, special ingredients, and only $499. Don't miss your chance! Holy shit, why did I include this joke? Anyway. It seems likely that the spines of Baja had a primary function of passive defense, such as the armor of tattoos or the spikes of this little nightmare, deterring predators from attacking the neck, which is usually an easy target in sauropods. Such a defense mechanism might seem over the top, but I'd like to see you at their place if you were only a mid-sized sauropod in an area where you can bump into abelisaurs and dromaeosaurs. Despite being a relatively recent dinosaur discovery, Bajadasaurus was already depicted in a few media such as Jurassic World Alive and Jurassic World the Game. We did get an Amargasaurus Pokemon, so fingers crossed for Baja. Or maybe an appearance in Yu-Gi-Oh given how badass it looks. Hopefully he will continue to be depicted in more medias in the future, since Baja is so cool and will definitely be among your favorite dinosaurs if you didn't know him already. So to sum up, Baja was like, sauropod in being big? Nah, I'll pass. Elongated spines facing straight or backwards? What do you mean I want them no less than front-facing? A full sail? You want me to be confused with this unstable loser? Give me a weapon of mass destruction. And I want more teeth. Take it or leave it. And from now on, you call me Badasaurus. Peace out. Damn, what a chad. Well, that was it for Bajadasaurus. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't hesitate to share, leave a like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Keep paleontolaughing. I'll see you around. See you, pal.